Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope all of you are in a great condition. My name is Alia Windaryanti, and the single most important thing I want to share with you today is the impact of gadget on children in negative manner. Based on Journal of Depression and Anxiety, technology plays vital role in our daily lives. These include electronic games, home computers, handheld devices, and different types of gadgets. Gadgets are popular in children and as likely in elders. In this norm, we cannot keep our children out of this. Many researchers have studied that children spend a average of their time on different gadgets like telephone, radio, TV, games, Xbox, iPod, and more others. Kids use gadgets for various purposes like playing games, watching videos, listening songs, chatting with their friends, and browsing different websites. They spend most of their time in these activities. As we could see that even though there are disadvantages along these activities, more and more children are still hard to avoid that eventually. Unfortunately, there are 5 negative effects that occurs due to the use of gadget that could harm our children. First, speech delay. Children learn a lot of things before the age of 5. Even toddlers' learning perspective is much faster than children. If they are using gadgets, their time to communicate with their parents and learning is bounded. They need proper time talking with their parents so they can learn new words and how to communicate. They need their parents, not gadgets. Also, exposure of these gadgets are linked to cognitive delays and impaired learning. Researchers at the University of Washington reveal that modern gadgets are not necessary in child development. Researchers studied that the more time children spend on smartphones, tablets, and electronic games, and other handheld devices, the more likely the child have delays in expressive speech. Every 1 minute that your child is spending on the screen is 1 minute fewer that he could speak or learn with others. The second one is damage to the sense of sight. Watching too long a gadget can cause damage to the sense of sight. It is very unfortunate if this happens to our children. According to child health experts, good vision is obtained if the child looks at objects from varying distances. As a result, the eyes are dry, sore, and painful. In fact, children can nauseous and dizzy. Long-term effects, the child's eye retina can be damaged due to excessive use of devices. This condition results in the child's eyes being blurred and minus. Of course, parental control is needed. Try to teach them for resting their eyes for 20 minutes in an hour of vision. However, children will probably impatient and bored. They may seeking for more attention from you. This is your turn as parents to distract your children from gadget. Ask them to play hide and seek or singing. The third one, it will cause obesity. Children who excessively use smartphone gadget will cause obesity. This could be happens because children are not much movement or lack of physical activity. They were more inclined to play gadgets. By taking a gadget all the time, a child cannot control the normal bright food. Moreover, they eat too fast or too much since they are concentrated on the screen, not on the meal. In this case, parents' duty are give them an example of good habits. Let them socialize or ask them to make a new friend. Tell them how to introduce her or himself. The third one is have less an ability for socialize. Children who addicted to the gadget tend to have less an ability for socialize. The author of iBrain, Surviving the Technological Alternation of the Modern Mind, Dr. Gary Small, said, children who spend too much time with technology will reduce interaction and disrupt communication skills. In this case, the parents' role are very important. As a parent, you should provide a gadget usage schedule. Give them a right time to play gadget. For example, children aged 2 until 4 play 1 hour a day, then children aged 5 to 12 less than 3 hours a day. Children who are already addicted to the gadget will whine loudly sometimes, and in some cases, parents don't bear to see their child whine. Well, this occurs sometimes, but that is a parent's responsibility to avoid their child from this bad impact. The fourth one is childhood depression. And childhood depression is very common and severe medical illness that negatively affects child behavior, the way they think and act. Too much gadget use introduces depression in children of certain ages. It also leads mental health issues in children in childhood and adolescence. They may act depressed, or we can see worse of these symptoms in a couple of days. So, after we look upon the things discussed above, we could conclude that there are 5 negative effects as well as the impacts on gadgets themselves. All of them are speech delay, damage to the sense of sight, shall cause obesity, have less an ability for socialize, and childhood depression. Based on these effects, we need to aware and concerning on the matter in order to provide the very best for our children, because through our children we rely our future on them. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.